Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. This is MD Saiful Islam, founder of Saiful English Academy and assistant teacher of our local high school. And you are most welcome in my Saiful English Academy again channel. Hope that you are very fine and you are connected with me and you watched my previous classes nicely, beautifully. So my dear learners, with the reference of my previous classes, today's class, I have been present in front of you the new adventure, and it was named reflexive pronoun versus emphatic pronoun. Emphatic pronoun. So, my dear learners, now let's take a look at the board and try to understand. In my previous class, class number 5, we have told about definition, about precondition to be reflexive pronoun and emphatic pronoun, and differences between a reflexive pronoun and emphatic pronoun. So, my dear learners, with the reference of my previous class, class number 5, today's class, I have been present in front of you with the new advanced new class, as like is such as a reflexive pronoun versus emphatic pronoun. In my previous class, that means in class number 5, I told that my dear learners, reflexive pronoun. What's a reflexive pronoun? You were told that my dear learners, reflexive pronoun is a pronoun when self oblique self-wise are added with the personal pronoun and refers to the subject and object at the same time in a sentence or a statement. And you were also told, my dear learners, what's an emphatic pronoun? You are told that, my dear learners, and emphatic pronoun is a pronoun when self oblique self has are added with personal pronoun and is replaced after a noun or a pronoun to emphasize. Emphasize. And you are told that, my dear learners, what's the precondition to be a reflexive pronoun and emphatic pronoun? Such as, for the example, my dear learners, you are told mine, his, her, our, them. Okay, my dear learners, if we add, of course, my, his, her, our, and them, of course, a personal pronoun. And if we add with this personal pronoun, self, 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 self has, self was, of course, turned into a reflexive pronoun. Okay, my dear learners, you were told that, my dear learners, in my previous class, class number 5, when self oblique self is added with personal pronoun and refers to the subject and the object at the same time in a sentence. In this case, in this situation, we can call such kinds of words, of course, a reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronoun. And you were also told that, my dear learners, same speech delivered at the time of making understand about the definition of an emphatic pronoun when self-public selves are added with personal pronoun and is replaced after a noun or pronoun. This is called emphatic pronoun. Okay, my dear learners. Now, my dear learners, I have written some example in the board, and you'll have to say what categories of pronoun, reflexive pronoun or emphatic pronoun. Hence, you are being told in my previous class about regard this reflexive pronoun or an emphatic pronoun. Example first, my dear learners, Rahul killed himself. Underline himself. Next, number 2, Swaib had himself. Underline himself. Next, number 3, they introduced themselves. Underline themselves. And number 5, we find ourselves. Okay, my dear learners. On the contrary, at the time of making understands, like as the examples of an emphatic pronoun, I have written some example, my dear learners. Now I'm trying to show you difference. I myself met Korean. Underline myself. Number 2, Korean himself did the work himself. Underline himself. Number 3, Raisa herself ain't there. Number 4, we ourselves played football. And number five, they themselves did the work. Now, my question to you: when can we can call such kinds of words reflexive pronoun, and when we can call such kinds of words emphatic pronoun? Okay, my dear learners, if you want to understand say about this reflexive pronoun or emphatic pronoun, at first you will have to know about the precondition and position of verb or noun or pronoun. My dear learners, at the case of you are told that, my dear learners, precondition, preconditioned to be a reflexive pronoun. You were told that, my dear learners, in my previous class, you were told there are three preconditions to be a reflexive pronoun. Of course, you know that, my dear learners, at this moment, I try to recall to you. You were told that, my dear learners, when self oblique salvage agent add with personal pronoun, and then, my dear learners, number two, my dear learners, your child, of course, must be replaced position of an object, position of an object. Okay, my dear learners, and precondition to be a reflexive pronoun. You told that, my dear learners, of course, you will have to ask such kinds of verb with whom, and you will get the answers. Then such kinds of words, of course, are reflexive pronoun. Myself, and you are told that, my dear learners, about the position of a reflexive pronoun. Okay, my dear learners, so that you have understood clearly. What's the precondition to be a reflexive pronoun? You are told that, my dear learners, there are three preconditions to be a reflexive pronoun. Number one, must be added self-public sentence with personal pronoun. Number two, it must be used position of an object. That means the after verb. And number three precondition, if you ask the verb with whom, you will have to get the answer. Okay, my dear learners, and your child that, my dear learners, what is the precondition to be an emphatic pronoun? Emphatic pronoun. You are told that, my dear learners, there are two preconditions to be an emphatic pronoun. Number one, must be added self oblique self has with personal pronoun, and must be used after a noun or a pronoun oblique subject. Okay, my dear learners, now try to identify what categories of pronoun such kinds of word. In this example, my dear learners, Rahul killed himself. Rahul killed himself. I can say that, my dear learners, himself, of course, are reflexive pronoun, because himself, this word is added self with personal pronoun, and used after verb. Used after verb. Of that you have understood clearly. Next example, Swipe hurt himself. Swipe hurt himself. And in this sense, in this case, I can say that, my dear learners, himself, of course, are reflexive pronoun, because this word is formed self with personal pronoun, and is used after verb. Okay, my dear learners, and number three, they introduce themselves. I can say that in my journals themselves, of course, are reflexive pronoun, because this word is formed with self-as with personal pronoun, and is used after verb. Similarly, and number four example, we find ourselves, and this underlined words ourselves, of course, formed self-as with the personal pronoun, and is used after verb. Okay, my dear learners, that you have understood clearly. But, my dear learners, look at the board and try to understand. I myself met Khorem. I myself met Karim. In this sentence, my dear learners, myself, of course, an emphatic pronoun because self is added with personal pronoun, and this word is used after subject. In this sense, I can say that my dear learners, myself, of course, an emphatic pronoun. Okay, my dear learners. Next example, Karim himself did the work. I can say that my dear learners himself, of course, an emphatic pronoun because this word is formed self with personal pronoun and is used after subject. That means any noun. Okay, my dear learners. Next, herself, of course, an emphatic pronoun because this word is formed with self with personal pronoun and is used after a noun. Okay, my dear learners. Next example, we ourselves played football. This word, of course, an emphatic pronoun because this word is formed with self with personal pronoun and used after pronoun. That means after subject. Okay, my dear learners. And last example, my dear learners, themselves, they themselves did the work. In this sentence, underlined word themselves, of course, an emphatic pronoun because this word is formed self with personal pronoun and is used pronoun. That means after subject. Okay, my dear learners, of that you have understood clearly. My dear learners, I don't want to learn in today's class, but before finishing today's class, I want to share some information with you, my dear learners. Of course, you know that, my dear learners. I'm an Indian teacher or new teacher in YouTube channels, and at that time of my making various kinds of video classes, I'm trying to use English conversation. So, my dear learners, if you notice any faults or mistakes in the midst of my class, please excuse me and treat you all my channel so that I can serve you, I can help you, I can comfort you in this way through my video classes throughout my life. So, my dear learners, now today come to say again with a new arrangement, a new class. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.